So today we are going to discuss from chapter 13, text number 20, Bhagavad Gita as it is. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Prakritim Purusham Chaiva Vidhi Anadi Upabhavapi Vidhi Anadi Upbhavapi Vikramascha Gunamschaiva Vidhi Prakritim Sambhava. Word-to-word meaning, translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Prakriti, material nature, Purusham, the living entities, Cha, also, Eva, certainly, Vidhi, you must know. Anadi, without beginning. Ubhav, both. Api, also. Vikaran, transformations. Cha, also. Guna, the three modes of nature. Cha, also. Eva, certainly. Vidhi, no. Prakriti, material nature. Sambhavan, produced of. So first hear this translation, then later we will repeat. Material nature and the living entities should be understood to be beginningless. Their transformation and the modes of matter are products of material nature. Please repeat after me. Material nature and the living entities should be understood to be beginningless. Their transformations and the modes of matter are products of material nature. Purport. By the knowledge given in this chapter, one can understand the body, the field of activities, and the knower of the body, both the individual soul and the super soul. The body is the field of activity and is composed of material nature. The individual soul that is embodied or enjoying the activities of the body is the Purusha or the living entity. He is one knower and the other is the super soul. Of course, it is to be understood that both the super soul and the individual entity are different manifestations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The living entity is in the category of his energy, and the super soul is the category of his personal expansion. Both material nature and the living entities are eternal. That is to say that they existed before the creation. The material manifestation is from the energy of the Supreme Lord, and so also are the living entities. But the living entities are of the superior nature, superior energy. Both the living entities and material nature existed before this cosmos was manifested. Material nature was absorbed in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Mahavishnu, and when it was required, it was manifested by the agency of the Mahat Tattva. Similarly, the living entities are also in Him, and because they are conditioned, they are averse to serving the Supreme Lord. Thus, they are not allowed to enter into the spiritual sky. But with the coming forth of material nature, these living entities are again given a chance to act in the material world and prepare themselves to enter into the spiritual world. That is the mystery of this material creation. Actually, the living entity is originally the spiritual part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. But due to his rebellious nature, he is conditioned within material nature. It really does not matter how these living entities or superior entities of the Supreme Lord have come in contact with the material nature. The Supreme Personality of Godhead knows, however, how and why this actually took place. In the scriptures, the Lord says that those attracted by this material nature are undergoing a hard struggle for existence. But we should know it with certainty from the descriptions of these few verses that all transformation and influences of material nature by three modes are also production of material nature. All transformation and variety in respect to living entities are due to the body. As far as spirit is concerned, living entities are all the same. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapad Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Sajivan Savadhetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Shra He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Anybody has read Bible or Quran or Guru Granth Sahib? Nobody? I also. Why I am asked this question? When we read this chapter, such a wonderful description is given of like about this material nature and this body. Such a detailed, everything is like what is body, how it manifests, what are the ingredients of material nature, and how consciousness, like everything is very detailed. Mrs. I was trying to search in Google, same topic from Quran and from Bible. Honestly, I could not understand anything from there, what words even. Such a like typical words are written there about, I just wrote how body is explained in Quran. In details, I wrote in details. And in few words came only. It's not that I'm just trying to minimize the importance of Quran or Bible, but I just wanted to see the greatness of what Bhagavad Gita is giving. That's what Krishna says to Arjuna. It's Raj Vidya Raj Guhyam Pavitram Idam Uttamam Pratyakshavāgamam Sarvam Susukham Kartavyavam. So I just try to, like, when this chapter started, at that time I was also trying to find out what the other scripture says about this, detailed knowledge about this body and this knower of the body, and what is the knowledge, what is this nature, everything.
How can others give me this knowledge?
Huh?
This is given by God.
Yeah. Yeah, this is because Krishna himself is speaking this. And such in half an hour this whole conversation happened. And Krishna gave everything in that, and in details. It's not that he is giving some points, he is giving details, everything in this, especially this nature, the enjoyer and consciousness, this chapter, because this chapter is starting, this is like a Jnana Yoga, the part of Jnana part of Bhagavad Gita, knowledge. Krishna has spoken already in Bhagavad Gita, in between middle 6th chapter about bhakti, what we have to do. Everything he has told, but he came again back to knowledge now. Because if somebody will do the things with knowledge, then determination comes. Then faith increase. If there is no knowledge and somebody does because of, okay, my superior are saying or my guru is saying, that is also good. But when does the same thing with knowledge, then determination comes from inside. Oh, such a wonderful knowledge I am getting from Krishna and from Guru Parampara. So, after realizing or understanding this knowledge, we have to do bhakti only. Nothing else, extra something different we don't have to do. But this knowledge is like increasing or determining our faith in Krishna and his devotees and our parampara. That's why it is said like devotional service without philosophy is sentimentalism. It's like only sentimentals. Especially if you will see, I would not say only India, even all over the world, it is said, I heard from like authorities, I think Srila Prabhupada also told this thing, you can correct me if it is not, that when there was Second World War, lot of German women, they went to churches to pray that their husband should come back. But they never came back. And so they stopped going to church. They lost their faith in Jesus because there was not proper knowledge. If there will be proper knowledge given, so they will not lose the faith because they will understand they've like lost their body in whatever battle or this is their karma and I have to do we are different souls. My husband is a different person, I am a different person. He does his duty, I am doing my duty. It is easy to say definitely, but this knowledge has to be given, which here Bhagavad Gita says. In Srimad Bhagavatam also in different places it is explained. The famous story of Harshashok, the son, what is that king name? Whose son was Harshashok. He has 1 crore wife. Chitraketu, thank you Prabhuji. Chitraketu Maharaj, pastime. Naradji showed this thing. Like 1 crore wife was there, and then son comes, and Mr. Naradji wanted to show what is the reality. The Harshashok himself told the story. Who are you? Which birth of you are my father and mother? I am eternally, and he gives this the boy himself gives that knowledge. Different places in Bhagavatam also we hear that Bhishma Pitama, Krishna bring Yudhishthira Maharaj in front of Bhishma Pitama to give this knowledge only, to understand this reality. And here he is giving this knowledge to Arjuna, because Arjuna was also bewildered what to do. Why? Because only the basic and the first ABC of the spiritual life, I am not this body, I am spiritual soul, part and parcel of Krishna. This is the first step of spiritual life. And we see this, all knowledge is given in different levels. Because the jiva is so much engrossed in this body, so much. If you try to see in around us, Krishna will reveal so much. Yourself even. It's not for others. One should try to see oneself, how much I am still in this body, or bodily consciousness. Krishna will reveal. It's very I see, if somebody comes from Delhi, because I got this body in Delhi. If somebody comes from Delhi, I feel very happy. I don't know why, but this is simply bodily conception. This person came from Delhi because I also born in Delhi. So some happiness come. Oh, he's from Delhi. And let us say if you are living in some other country, and somebody come from your country and you speak the same language. Oh, it's like my best friend came. Then you will reveal everything to that person. You know this, that, this. Doesn't matter what person is this. This is like bodily conception. So we have to realize this and understand this, and that's the whole chapter about this. Not to realize this, that I am not this body. By the way, whole Bhagavad Gita is for this only. But just from this from 13th chapter, this knowledge part started. Krishna immediately started this. 6. When I was hearing lecture on this given by Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada start with this lecture with this, that this chapter or this chapter starts, or this shloka start with the knowledge of, now Krishna has started giving knowledge about Prakriti and soul. There are 6 chapters altogether in this chapter. 6 topics in this chapter: Kshetra, Kshetragya, Jnanam, Gyeyam, Prakriti and Purusha. So 4 subject matter has already been explained. From this text, from text 20, Prakriti and Purusha, these 2 things will be explained by Krishna. That's what Prabhupada started with his lecture. And very wonderfully, he immediately come to the root cause of our being in material world and being in a problematic stage. Because when you read the purport, same like Prabhupada, what purport Prabhupada has written here, same thing he explained in his lecture. When you read the purport, the 3rd line it says, or the 4th line, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, the individual soul that is embodied and enjoying the activities of the body is the Purusha, or the living entity. Prabhupada explained these 2 lines in his, let us say, first part of his lecture, trying to enjoy it. And then he back and forth chastised it like anything. He said, until Why we have this mentality of enjoying? Because I connected myself, again, same that I am this body. First of all, I am Indian. Then if I am Indian, then you divide India in like a North India, South India, West India, East India. Then I am a South Indian or I am a North Indian. And then let us say if you are in Vrindavan, it's like North India part. Then from North India, one thing, I am from UP, I am from Delhi, I am from Rajasthan, I am from this, blah, blah, blah. And then more subtle it comes. Then somebody think, oh, I am a Yadav, I am a Kshatriya. They write on their cars also. You will see in UP so many times. Yadavs are in car, be aware. Or Gujars. Nowadays, Gujars are very feeling themselves like something, I don't know, macho man. Why it is like this? Because bodily. I am Sharma, I am Varma, I am Brahman, this, that. All bodily conception. The root cause of this, as soon as Jivatma is thinking or we are thinking that or acting in relation to body, we will suffer. We will try to enjoy in different manners. If I am a South Indian, if I am thinking I am South Indian, if let us say one day some South Indian dish is made in Krishna Hall, I am very happy. Oh, today South Indian dish is made. So I am very happy. Why I am happy? Prasadam is prasadam. Because I like it. I born in South India. And if I am born in North India, if parathas are made one day or puris are made, I am blissful that day. Why? Again I am thinking, I am connecting myself with North India or this and that, and then eating in that consciousness. I am taking prasadam, nothing else. It's very good, much better than people who are not eating prasadam. But still, I am still not come in the first class of spiritual life. I am still on the, like before coming in the school you have to give test. I am still giving test and again failing. I don't know yet. Because I am still on bodily conception. I am still thinking I am Indian or Pakistani or American or Britisher or Russian, whoever. So Prabhupada in his first part of his lecture, whole thing is describing this. That this enjoying mentality will be there because I am thinking I am this body. And I will try to enjoy in different manners. Or until this enjoying mentality will not finish, and it will not finish. It will not come to an end until I will completely realize and then act on that I am not this body. This is first step of spiritual life. And in our Krishna consciousness, another conception also comes. You know what? Anybody would like to guess? Prabhu? In our Krishna consciousness, ISKCON, another bodily conception also comes. I forget that I am this, I am not North Indian, I am not British or Russian, I am not this, I am not that. But here also something comes out. No, that is perfect.
I am soul, part and parcel of the Lord.
Oh, that we have to learn. I am saying another bodily conception comes.
I am a big devotee.
This is one part, that I am a wonderful devotee. This is subtle. This is subtle conception and enjoying mentality. And first come that I am a disciple of such and such Guru. If my God brother comes and he says, I am such and such, my Guru is also same, then we become, wow, please hug him. And if he says, I am such a different disciple of some different Guru, then okay, Hare Krishna Prabhu, how are you? Everything is okay. We don't see each other, we don't, at least myself I am saying, we don't react with each other as on the platform of soul. We have to remind again and again, this what this whole chapter is explaining. This thing only. First he is telling about Kshetra, this body, which we heard. Then he says Kshetragya, two Kshetragya. One is soul. Second is super soul. Then it is Jnanam, and Jnanam part Prabhupada says it's not knowing only I am not this body, or the field of activities, I am sitting in this body and my field is this. Means I have to work on this body. With this body I have to work. And work on this body also, that I am not this body. I have to know very clearly. Understand, act on it, realize it. He said not only like this, knowing Krishna, super soul, and relationship with Krishna, that is Gyan, that is knowledge. Just not knowing that I am not this body. Because other schools also of spirituality, they teach this thing, that you are not this body. It's not that in Bible it is not mentioned. It's mentioned. It's not in Quran it is not mentioned. It is mentioned. All scriptures, they tell this thing. But the knowledge about super soul, who is super soul, and what is his like features, whether is a person or not person, it is not described so much anywhere else than Bhagavad Gita. That's why Krishna says, Prabhupada says, knowing about that is the perfect knowledge. Jnanam. Then Gyeya, it is explained by Krishna, and in this shloka it is like Prakriti and Purusha. So Prabhupada in first part of his lecture he explained this because he knows what he has to say. That's what I try to explain you. And then sometime, and not sometime, lot of time, and in India it is very much famous also, like lot of spiritual, or not a lot of, even Shankaracharya himself gives this philosophy of Mayavad, right? To subdue the philosophy of Buddhism, because Buddhists, Lord Buddha, he denied completely these scriptures, because at that time circumstances and places, because he want to uplift the humankind or consciousness, Buddhists. Then Shankaracharya ji came, then he lift more. So he explained that we are one, and Mayavad philosophy, which Srila Prabhupada ji again like hammering that, destroying that philosophy in his lecture. Because here we are going to understand soul, super soul, and this whole nature. So Prabhupada first explained what is the problem, living entity's problem, that desire to enjoy, that I am not this body, I am this soul sitting in this. Okay, and what is his problem in material nature? Why the person or the living entity is in the material nature? Because he thinks himself as the enjoyer. Why he thinks? Because he always relates himself, as I try to understand, that I am this body, which we try to understand also, like how we think in our action only. Even after coming in Krishna consciousness, our action tells. It is said now, your action tells louder than your words. It is said in like normal life, or people say your action tells louder than your words. That's why Arjuna asked that question. Sthita pragasya ka bhasha samadhista keshava. Sthitadhim kim prabhashet asit kim vrajet kim. Otherwise, why he will ask, how does he walk, how does he sit? Because action speaks louder than words. So when we truly realize, and we have to practice, it is not easy. It's easy to speak from here that I am not this body, I am soul. But in life we have to practice that. We have to, when we do sadhu sang, it is not sadhu sang means, doesn't mean for let's say that if somebody come from Delhi, I will associate him because I am from Delhi. If somebody come from Punjab, I will associate because he is from Punjab. No. We have to associate with the sadhu who has realized that I am not this body, I am part and parcel of Krishna, and he is acting on that. He is also like doing practice. His acharan is also same. That's how we associate. Doesn't matter person is from Pakistan even. Doesn't matter is from Russia or is from America. Oh no, his American body. Oh, they born in America, they cannot understand. What is this? Who told this? But this is already in the consciousness, behind the consciousness, behind the mind. Oh, I born in India, Bharatvarsh, I know more. Who says this? Yes, you got this body in India, you are lucky. But you know better or not, it is not like you are. First of all, one should not decide. This will be decided by another. But my basic principle is what I am saying, trying to say. One should have to realize that I am not this body and then act on that. The acting on that means that we have to associate with sadhus in ISKCON, in Krishna consciousness. So, because we associate with that like this also. If somebody is the same language, then we associate with that person. That's again bodily conception. If it's my god brother, then I will associate. If it's not my god sister or god brother, then I will not talk or associate so much. Why? This is not the criteria. Criteria is who knows the philosophy and who is acting. So this act we will have to do. This action, this is called sadhana bhakti. It's not that something where I'm coming every day, Mangalarti, that's very good. But if you are not understanding this basic principle, which is first A, B, C of, let us say not A, B, C, even A, of spiritual life, which Krishna wants to explain from this chapter onwards, and Bhadra from the very first chapter he started, when he said, when he chastised Arjuna. Why Arjuna was crying? Because he was again thinking, I am Arjun, and they are my Vishnu Pitama, my Guru, and they are standing, how I will fight with them? Krishna says, you are fool. You are talking like a Pandit, but you are number one fool. Why? Immediately one becomes fool as soon as one acts on the bodily conception. Doesn't matter how many Shastra one knows. Doesn't matter how many shlokas one has known in his life. Doesn't matter how much Mangala Arati one has attended. As soon as one acts on the bodily conception, Krishna says he is a fool. He told Arjuna, immediately you are a fool. He didn't say, oh, you are my friend, this and no. Immediately chastise. Later he says, you are my friend, that's why I am telling you this knowledge. But first he says, you are fool. That's what Prabhupada says always, rascals. Such a big scientist get the Nobel Prize. But Prabhupada says rascals. Because Krishna is saying. So this we don't have to see others, oh they are rascals. We have to see ourselves. Am I a rascal still or not? Have I come onto the platform of spirituality or spirit? Or after coming in Krishna consciousness, such a wonderful chance has been given to me. Gaur Govind Maharaj used to say, fortunate soul, my fortune arise. He wrote the book, I think, right? My fortune arise. So my fortune has arisen, but still am I understood that fortune or not? Or still I have a diamond in my hand and I'm like a monkey trying to eat or throwing here and there. So diamond is in our hand, Prabhupada has given. Then we have to enlighten ourselves by acting on that teachings again and again. And at least if one will try, Krishna will teach you in every step. It's not that he will leave you, okay, today I gave him lesson, leave him. No. Every act, if you will do on the bodily conception, Krishna will show. Hey, you are again becoming rascal. What happened to you? This is called Atma Sakshatkar. That's how Krishna says, Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mama payanti te. Tesham satata yuktanam. First, Tesham satata yuktanam, what we have to do. We have to come every day Mangala Arati. We have to chant our rounds. We have to hear Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. And Krishna will do his action. Otherwise, just by becoming scholars, one cannot. That's why Prabhupada gave this whole morning program and prayers related to that. He didn't give any other prayers. So many prayers are there. All are wonderful. But Prabhupada chose particularly prayers to realize us, to make us realize that I am not this body, I am soul. So that's what here in this chapter, means to say in this shloka, and in this shlokas, few wonderful, like Prabhupada, I told you first he explained about that what is the problem, that we are here because we try to enjoy in different manner. And why we try to enjoy? Because we think we are this body. We don't think only, it is already imbibed in our consciousness. We are trying to come out of that consciousness that I am not this body. And that will come definitely by chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And then if somebody fortunately come to that understanding that I am not this body, I am part and parcel of Krishna, the next biggest problem come, me and Krishna is same. That's what Prabhupada again destroying this in his lecture. Never, never, ever, like Jiva should think that, oh, I will become God one day. I am now bound by Maya. When I will be free from Maya, I will also become God. That's what Mayavadi says. Krishna, Prabhupada says, no, this is biggest problem come. Maybe we are in ISKCON, so it is not, I hope it will not come in our consciousness. But truly, if you will go out of ISKCON, you see people, they are doing austerity, they are waking up early morning, they are eating vegetarian food, and they are thinking, I am God. You just go just nearby here, what is this? Hanumanji and this big murtis are there. In Vrindavan only. You see Chitrakoot ashram? Yes. Big ashram. You go inside. Soham. It's not one ashram only. There are many ashrams are there like this. In Vrindavan. It's a place of Krishna. There they are saying, you are God. Why God? But Prabhupada is saving us. That is the compassion of Srila Prabhupada. Because they know Jiva, when our life, how it will go in spiritual life. So we have to save them. That is the compassion of Prabhupada. That is the compassion of Srila Prabhupada purport. Prabhupada is not like writing some scholarly purports, explaining every word. No. He don't want to waste time in explaining words. He woke up everywhere. He was in just few days before Amogh Leela Prabhu gave lecture, and he was saying he used to wake up every day, 1 o'clock. Yeah. We used to say, Bhaktivinoda Thakur disappearance just went at that time. His timetable was explained. Similarly, Srila Prabhupada has also timetable. Anywhere in the world, Amogh Leela Prabhu was saying, we also have heard from Shruti Kirti Prabhu and other Prabhupada disciples. Let us say if you go from here to America now, you are going from here, daytime, there also you will find daytime. It's like time lapse it is case. So you have not slept here, so you will see daytime there also. You will, how can I sleep now? Because mind is set up like this. You will see day, no sleep. But your body is tired. For the general public, for the general person, body is tired because you have not slept here, you have gone there, now you will not sleep there. So body is tired, but mind will say, no, it's daytime. So normally people take 1 day break to come to the normal life. But Prabhupada and his disciples, they don't do like this. They went from here. He used to say, like here, what is the difference between here and American time? I think 12 hours. Something like that. So Prabhupada will just change his watch. He will start serving. He will sleep there also on the same time, wake up 1 o'clock, and he will translate. So this purport is translated for us, to make us this understanding. So Mayavadi philosophy, biggest danger. And it is also, I would not say that's not for outside people, because they are saying that they are Krishna or whatever they say. This is for us only. After coming to Krishna consciousness, still if we have this mentality of controlling, mentality of like what I say is right, might is right, it means I am also on the same level. If I am not realizing that I am a servant of a servant of a servant, which is our eternal Sarupa, it's the basic, then there is a different relationship with Krishna. At least basic is this, that I am a servant of a servant of a servant. If this consciousness is not still imbibed, and I am thinking, no, I should be the first who get the Mahaprasad, I should be the first who get the Arati, I should be the first who get flowers, I should be the first who get garland from altar when I come, then I am still also same consciousness. Maybe I am not showing this, but action, again speaking louder than words. I am still trying to control. And who is the controller? There is only one controller. All the time, all the places, for everybody, for our better. Who is that controller? Oh, Krishna. Krishna! He is the controller. We should loudly speak this. Krishna, you are the controller. You are my master. This is first basic. One should not artificially think I am such some Brajvasi or something. No. Please, slow down. First come to that level. Act on that level. And preach with that mentality. It's not I am a preacher, I know 100 shlokas of Bhagavad Gita, of 1000 shlokas of Bhagavatam, I know whole nectar of devotion. If with this mentality preaching, it will be very difficult. The person will preach with the mentality that I am a servant of a servant of a servant. That's what Prabhupada did. We have so much stories of Srila Prabhupada when he was asked, are you a God? In some interview or in some airport, everybody is giving you garland, this and that, and Prabhupada was going, and then reporter asked, are you God? Because everybody says there, I am God, worship me. Prabhupada says, no, I am a servant of a God. Then he walking, then he stop again, and then he turn around. He say, no, I am a servant of a servant of a servant of God. That's what he was doing in his like activity, in his actions. That's how these like people who didn't know anything about Krishna, they never heard about Bhagavad Gita, there must be something they heard. They surrendered to Prabhupada. Everything. Yamuna Mataji says, we could not understand what Prabhupada was saying. But Prabhupada's consciousness was that he is a servant of servant. Is that not Yamuna Mataji saying? But that's what I am saying. Prabhupada was preaching in that consciousness, in this mood. So Yamuna Mataji says, we could not understand what Prabhupada says, but we knew that this person is our well-wisher. That consciousness immediately comes out now when we act on that platform. And that is our sadhana. Actually that is sadhana. This is called internal. External means Gaming Mangal Arati and singing very nicely, giving nice class. This is also part of devotional service. But devotional service is internal. Internal, I have to realize that I am not this body. I am not a servant, I am not the controller, I am not the enjoyer. And then act on that. Whenever there is a chance. Don't miss that opportunity when there is a chance to act as a servant. Immediately. Krishna will become very happy. He will reciprocate. He doesn't say. That's called self-realization. Otherwise, why devotees are chanting from many years same Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Many years they are coming same, like Mangal Arati. Prabhupada disciples, so much struggle at that time. Now everybody knows about ISKCON, at least in India. They respect her now. If you go anywhere, you are from ISKCON, Hare Prabhuji, aiye please. And at that time, nobody knew. Jayapataka Maharaj didn't knew a single words of Bengali. Prabhupada says, stay in Mayapur. Or how he stayed, everybody knows. There was not such a lotus building or some conch building. Nothing was there. He used to live in hut. Sometimes not even that hut, outside hut. Shruti Kirti Prabhu was telling once there was like flood used to come. Flood came and then snakes used to come. So how they dedicated their life for Prabhupada? Because Prabhupada was realized and he knew that this is Krishna's like love, Bhagavad Gita, teachings of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's compassion, his love for us, which came. He used Arjuna to realize or to make us understand that this body is your part, Kshetra, and you are the knower of this body, Kshetragya, but Krishna knows all the body. He is also Kshetragya. And what is knowledge? Knowledge, no relationship with Krishna. That's what Prabhupada says in his part of lecture. The different relationship is there. He says everybody is servant there in spiritual world. Nobody think I am a master because there is no question. And that is the bliss comes. Such a transcendental happiness comes in the heart that person don't want to become master. Prabhupada used to give the example of a very simple story of this, like a small girl carrying his brother. A small girl, 5-6-year-old, carrying his brother who is like let us say 9-month or 1-year-old, carrying him. Why is carrying? Out of love. She cannot carry, but she is struggling, but still she carry. Why she carry? Why she is taking so much trouble? Out of love. Similarly, devotees, out of love. When this reciprocate with Krishna, and Krishna give them such a wonderful realization, out of love. First it is sadhana bhakti, I am doing because my guru says I have to come. Mangalarti, I have to chant, I am sleeping, I am chanting. But later it become, lot of time devotees discuss this, what is raga bhakti, what is sadhana bhakti. You have to come in raga bhakti and you have to make your hair big or big dadi. No, nothing like that. Nothing you have to do. You have to do same thing, what sadhana you are doing now, but the same sadhana become attachment. One will come out of love for Mangalarati. He knows that he has to chant, Krishna will be happy. He will hear Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna will be happy. Same things he will do. But out of love. That is called Raga Bhakti, attachment. So that's what Prabhupada is trying to explain in his lecture. And one very important thing Prabhupada write here, which comes sometime in discussion, I would like to read. Like how we fell down from spiritual world, what I was, what I did. Sometimes this question comes, no? And sometimes people leave for this question, finding the answer of this question, they leave sometimes spirituality. So Prabhupada, what Prabhupada write? You can quote also those people who ask this question. In the second paragraph of the purport, if you read, actually, there is a word actually. If you have Bhagavad Gita on your hand, 581 page, actually word like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13th paragraph, last word, actually. I am reading, you can read in also your book. Actually, the living entity is originally the spiritual part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. But due to his rebellious nature, he is conditioned within material nature. It really does not matter how these living entities or superior entities of the Supreme Lord have come in contact with material nature. You see, Prabhupada writes this. Does not matter how these living entities. We were there, we fell down. How we fell down doesn't matter. The Supreme Personality of Godhead knows, Krishna knows. So you can, when you will go back home, back to Godhead, ask him. He knows. It's where the Supreme Personality of Godhead knows, however, how and why this actually took place. Because being in this, our wonderful society, this question sometimes, lot of time comes in discussion. Some, let us say, but scholarly people, they ask this question. those who go to word meaning and this and that, then they ask this question. So this just how come in this purport today, so I wanted to share this thing. If somebody asks you, you can show him text number, Bhagavad Gita 30:20 purport. Oh, Prabhupada is writing this. So not so much bothering about this. The real business is how we have to go back home, back to Godhead. That's what Prabhupada is explaining. When you reach there, then ask Krishna. Hari Bol Krishna, how are you? Again, and then I have one question from you. Like Gop Kumar, when he reached, Krishna immediately hug him. And Krishna will do like this. His Prabhupada says, you will shake with hand with Krishna. So it's 6:30. I think there is, that's what Prabhupada says in his lecture. And this last part of this purport, Prabhupada is giving the solution. Yes, by the way, he is telling from the beginning of solution, our transformation and variety in respect to living entities are due to the body. So until we have this body, these things will go on. Don't worry, because we are not this body. As far as spirit is concerned, living entities are all the same. So we are all part and parcel of Krishna, and sitting in this body, struggling with our mind and senses. But we have wonderful process, wonderful society, wonderful devotees, wonderful prasadam, wonderful festivals. Today is Jagannath Rath Yatra. Yesterday was Gundicha Mahajan, and after some days some more festivals will come. So please be in association of devotees and always try to realize that I am not this body, I am spirit soul, and my servant of a servant of a servant, and try to act. The day will not be so far away that we will be in a blissful life. Thank you very much. Any correction? Oh, yes. When I say that we are all part and parcel of Krishna,
that means we are all relative.
that means we are all relatives.
Why we take differences between each other?
Then why we take differences with each other? Because we say that I am this part and parcel of Krishna, but still my consciousness, that's what I try to explain. We act on a bodily platform. That's what we have. This is our practice now. This is our sadhana. That's what I say. Coming Mangala Arati is very good. But after coming Mangala Arati, when we sing Sansara Davanal, the first is Sansar Davanal, first word. Then one should think, Sansar Davanal, but I'm very happy. I have my car, I have my wife, I have children, I have a lot of bank balance. Where is Sansar Davanal? But this is first word. Immediately one should think, oh, why this Sansar Davanal? And then Krishna will show you. When the children will become rebellious, when wife will say, you are rascal, or if you are a brahmachari, then one brahmachari will say, hey, you don't know how to wear dhoti. What type of brahmachari you are? You always stare on the girls. What type of brahmachari you are? Then this fire will come inside. That is Davanal. Because we don't realize, that's what I said. That we have to see again and again. If some differences are there, don't see others' fault. See your fault. I am on the wrong side. That's why this problem came. I act on the bodily platform. Doesn't matter on spiritual grounds. Spiritual ground is like that, I was telling you. Like sometime we have wonderful experience. Our Vaikuntha Prabhu has. We have wonderful experience last time. Like I was feeling that I am very old in this temple. So I should do something. And I actually act on that. It was completely foolish. Completely foolish. Like I act on the spiritual ground, but on bodily platform. I want to do spiritual activity on the bodily platform. Then the problem will come. You understand? One has to act on the spirit like that I am not this body. No matter how old you are in this society. So what? Prabhupada used to say this cow also roam around college, but the cow doesn't get the degree because doesn't get the teaching. So it's what is the use if I am in society old but I didn't realize that I am not this body, and then acting. That will take lot of efforts. To say your servant is very easy. To act as a servant is really takes lot of efforts. Because sometimes we will act as a servant, but as soon as in Bhagavad Gita also says the opposite situations come, then our real nature comes out. That Prabhupada and this Amog Leela Prabhu gave this pastime of the one Bengali devotee, Bengali person, he was in America. He knew all the languages. He knows lot of languages. And the disciples of Prabhupada could not find out which native language is his. Like he's an American language. What is his language actually? Maybe let us say he's Indian, but he brought up in America, so his language become English native. He's not like Hindi speaking. So Prabhupada said, I will reveal. Then one day this person came and Prabhupada chastised him like anything, upside down, this and that. Then he became angry. Then he starts speaking in Bengali. Prabhupada said, you are Bengali? He said, yes. So it is like this, when oppositions come, especially when our ego is hurt, then our real nature will come out. Ego means false ego. False ego means I am always engrossed that I am this body. You try to analyze this while eating. While eating, I just gave an example of South Indian, North Indian, this, that. If I'm born in, I gave you example, if I'm Chinese, when noodles will come, I will become happy. Why? I'm thinking still because I'm still connected with China. I'm thinking I'm Chinese. No. This body you got in China. This body we got in India. This body I got in UP or wherever. But I am not this body. And this is first step. That's why whole difference came. Even Prabhupada, in this, or maybe I was reading Krishna book in there, Prabhupada say, until and unless we are come out of this bodily conception, we will fight like cat and dogs. You see? He didn't say like if you are in ISKCON you will not fight. You will fight because bodily conception. This is first step, Prabhu. If I am thinking, that's why Lord Chaitanya said, Naham Viprana. What is that wonderful shloka? I am not this Vipra, I am not sannyasi, I am not family person, grasta. I am Gopi Bhartu Kamalayo Das 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 Anudas. This is from the beginning teachings are coming, but it's not easy. I'm again saying, but for me at least it is not easy. Because from time immemorial, this bodily conception is stored in our, storage, in the storage disk of our mind. That's why Prabhupada used to say, we have brainwash system. Wash the brain completely, then put Krishna consciousness. Even Nityanand, or I think Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says the same thing. See, Prabhupada does not says anything, whatever Mr. God is saying or Acharya is saying. But Prabhupada is presented in such a wonderful way or language that everybody can understand. Even Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami or Nityanand Prabhu, you can correct me or find out who is the same. He says, I folded hand, I request all of you, whatever you have learned, please forget that. Please forget that. And please accept the teachings of Lord Chaitanya in your heart. So whatever we have learned, means to say we have, because I'm thinking I'm this body, because that's why this mind is mine, my intelligence is mine, but I'm not this mind, I'm not this intelligence, I'm soul. But because this mind, intelligence, ego is so much engrossed with me now, and whatever storage is there, that's what I'm thinking. First, gross storage, gross thinking that I am this body, I am this kurta. And what type of kurta? White or black or blue, means to say Indian, Pakistani, this, that. Then after that, because it is more subtle, then whatever I have eaten in this body, this impression is there. Because I ate North Indian food, so if I get North Indian food, I feel happy. It means I am still engrossed with the body. I should eat prasadam as a prasadam, whether it is came North Indian, South Indian. Sometimes devotee become very angry when there is no rice. Yes, Prabhu? There is no rice, I become very angry. Why? Because I am still eating, because I am born in Bengal. I was eating rice, now no rice. How can I eat? You see? One day if rice doesn't make, in one meal, if you don't make chapati, if you are from North India, you become angry, we become angry. Why there is no chapati? You see? So in every step, every liking, disliking, eating, everything we do on bodily conception, not on soul. The day when we are starting, spiritual life will start. Even wearing, if you are Bengali, if you put dhoti up, man, you are Bengali. If you are put down, hey, you don't know how to put dhoti. Isn't it? If you are a Punjabi, then you wear colorful dhotis. If you are not Punjabi, you don't wear. So that's the reason. The reason only that we are still, means to say, it's not we are thinking, means we don't think that I am acting on a bodily platform. But when we will hear, then Krishna will realize, when we chant Hare Krishna mantra very sincerely with prayerful mood, then Krishna will make us realize. He will create us atmosphere in such a way around us that in every step we will see, oh, I am still body, or bodily conception. Chastisement will come. Why this chastisement will come? Then what person should think, reflect again, not on other parts. Why he did like this? Why it happened to me? Please, Krishna, reveal to me why it happened to me. Why I was not allowed to sing Sansar Davanal. I wanted to sing for your pleasure. No, fool, you were not trying to sing for my pleasure, you were trying to sing for your pleasure. You wanted to show I am such a wonderful devotee, I come every day Samadhi Aarti, I want to sing. No, you are fool. That's why I didn't allow you. You come to the right conclusion, I will give you. Act on a soul platform of soul. Any other correction or question? Yes, maybe.
Very simple question. In the beginning you said Sri Advaita Gadadhar. What is the meaning of Sri Advaita?
In the beginning I said,
Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
this is a Panchatattva. So what is their meaning?
Sri Advaita.
Kiska?
Sri Advaita, what is the Sri?
Acha, Shri Advaita. Yes, anybody want to? Shri Advaita is incarnation of Mahavishnu. Yeah, that is also their duality. Like we are different than Krishna. Like here is Kshetra, Kshetragya. In Kshetragya we know that there are two knowers. One is me and one is Krishna. We are two. Madhvacharya says two. We are not one, we are two.
What did they say? Advaitacharya, we are two.
Yeah.
But it's the same Advaita philosophy of Shankaracharya.
Shankaracharya? What philosophy Shankaracharya gave?
Advaita philosophy is of Shankaracharya.
Mahavishnu. Advaitacharya took from this teaching from Shankaracharya.
No. I want to know what the meaning of Sri Advaita.
This is the name of one of the associates of Lord Chaitanya, Advaitacharya. That's why again I am saying we don't go in the word to word meaning so much. But he is one of the Panchatattva associates of Lord Chaitanya, Advaitacharya, and as far as I know, he is the incarnation of Mahavishnu, and because of His mercy, we can get Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. Daya karo Sitapati, Advaita Gosai, Tava Kripa Bali Pai, Chaitanya Nitai. That much if person knows, that is enough. Then why one has to know what is the meaning of Advaita Acharya, what he said, what he didn't say, what is it? You have so much time? I don't have. Those who have, they try, and otherwise one should realize that because of His mercy, we will get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai ho, Bhagavad Gita yatharoopa ki jai.